everyone, it's me, Wing Rocker here again, and today I'm here to bring you the Wing review on the Hero Factory Invasion from Below Wave 1 set, Splitter Beast vs Furno and Evo. Here we have the set again, and currently this is my last set I bought for Invasion from Below. Hopefully I will get more sets to review, so yeah. Alright, let's open up the bag and show you the parts. Alright, here are all of Splitter Beast's parts. Pause the video right now if you want to see them one at a time. So yeah, there we go. Let's see what new stuff we got in Splitter Beast, shall we? First off, this entire little pile is filled with little stuff like these claw pieces and the minifigure pieces. I'm a little bit lazy to sort them all out this time since this is a big set after all. So let's go straight to some new stuff. We get one beast in an orange head, and the eyes look pretty strange but also looks pretty cool. And the other one is in light blue and a much different eye design. That's also cool too. The jaws are also different. This is the jaw for the orange beast, and it is in a different shape rather than the jaw beast jaw that looks like that. So you know how to connect these on. And we get this midget body from Dragon Bolt in XT4 if I recall, and this is for the blue beast. We get two of these new and improved printed pieces, and what the hell is that emblem? Is that water or something? I don't know, but at least we get two of them. That's good. We get these new feet pieces in the small size, and we also get two of them in the large size, and these two can actually combine, and it appears that they have used that in the combiner model, you know, the three-headed beast. We have these new blade pieces in not really in size, but we get three of them, and we already seen them in Jobby, so that's nothing special. The rest of these things are we have seen them before, so we are not going to look at them again. Lastly, whoops, epic fail. Anyways, we have the normal size body with the shoulder connecting on here and there. So yeah, alright, here are all of Splitter Beast's new and special parts, and let's get to the building progress. Splitter Beast is complete. As usual, let's do some size comparison to show you how tall Splitter Beast is. On the left you could see Jaw Beast standing over there, and on the right you could see my customized personal mech Leon's Kensei machine. As you could see, Splitter Beast is about the same height as Leon's Kensei machine. Yep, the same height over there. And a little bit taller than Jaw Beast. Even though he does have some friction joints to cheat a little bit, he's still taller. But again, it depends on how your personal mech or machine is constructed and which beast you use to measure that. Now you know how tall Splitter Beast is. Speaking up together, I think it's time to demonstrate the splitting gimmick, since it's getting kind of annoying, eh? To activate the gimmick, what I do is I hold onto 2 points of the toy and then ferociously rip them apart. Strap yourselves in, this is going to hurt. A lot. Alright, let's get this over with. Grab onto 2 points of the toy and then 3, 2, 1, and bam, they're off. That was unexpected. I didn't expect that timing. Hang on a sec. There we go. Just stick that on. Alright. Anyways, let's take what everyone calls him, Little Blue, to the side for now. And take a good look at what I call him, Big Orange himself. To be honest, Big Orange just looks like Splitter Beast without an extra head. He is the main body after all. He has all the good stuff, the claws, the lamppost, the mighty legs, everything. The articulation here is still the same, except he now has a much more articulated head, which is good. And yes, the jaw can still move very properly. So, overall, Big Orange can work on his own, even without Little Blue's assistance. He can actually be a single beast, using his lamppost to swat at heroes and use the claws and rip the hell out of them. So, yeah, he looks really, really decent. The only thing I don't like here? Yeah, I think you guys know what I'm talking about. The splitting gimmick isn't very well designed, since you can see this exposed H-axle piece right over here. I wish there was some way to hide this, but I don't think that's possible since this is Lego. They have to construct it like this after all. Too bad it's not like Transformers, like the Combaticons combine into Bruticus, and they can hide their combining spots very clever. However, this just doesn't work. But only, I hate this piece. That's the only bad spot. But still looks pretty good. And yep, that's Big Orange. Put him to the side. Now let's take a look at Little Blue, and yep, he's basically one small piece. To see Little Blue properly, you need to do some major transforming, which is not very hard, so don't worry. Just straighten out the legs, the arms, bring down the head, do a little adjustments, and yeah, there you have it, Little Blue. Now, Little Blue is probably the smallest beast for Invasion from Below, and I think Tunneler Beast from Wave 2 probably will be bigger than this. This is the smallest beast I have seen currently for Invasion from Below. It has very long arms, or rather he has little long arms, and the design is just like Jaw Beast, which is very, very good. And the articulation here is really well. You can see the arms can fold in a lot, they can rotate very well, they can fold in, and yeah, the arms have very great articulation. The legs are short, but it still has some great articulation. It has knees and rotatable feet over there. And if you like, you can take this back armor piece as the front in case you love details or anything. And the head, yep, it can move very, very freely. The jaw moves properly as well. The only complaint I have to this Little Blue is that, yep, he's way too small. If he wants to fight as a single beast, I don't think that's possible since he's gonna get rammed out by Evo XL machine. Just look at the size, oh my god. Let's take a look at this. here's my self-mock Leon, and look at that. Look at that. That's only the height to my legs. What the hell? So, if he wants to fight as his own, it's impossible since he's very, very small. However, he has great point articulation and it still looks pretty good. He actually can be like a minion soldier, kind of beast soldier thingy, which is good. Still, he has pretty good parts for mocking. So, yeah. To wrap this splitting gimmick up, I don't really like it since the design is just not constructed enough. I wish LEGO can, organize the design much better, like covering that piece up or anything. Just anything to improve that. But overall, it's still pretty good, still very decent, and they look very, very interesting when they're apart. Not as well as they're together, but still pretty good. Alright, now let's get to the opinion strike of Splitter Beast. This part will be extra long because I need to get through when they're together and apart. So bear with me, this will take some time to finish. Splitter Beast is looking quite complex here. The color scheme may look a little bit weird. Orange and light blue don't really mash up together that well, but it works. It actually still works. For those who don't like the color scheme, you may have to take some time to get used to it. The heads are well sculpted, as usual, and I love how each beast has their own unique alien eye design, which looks very menacing and fierce. For articulation on the heads, they can move up, down, left, right, and their necks can move left, right as well. Same for this one over here. The only problem is that when you try to pose the heads, they get in the way each other. See that? That's the problem. Which is kind of annoying that you can't get the positions right, but it's a two-headed beast. This is what you expect. For the jaw articulation, this one moves the bottom jaw, while this one moves the top jaw. I think this is some sort of a design purpose, maybe? I don't know, it still works for me. Once again, the jaws are ratcheted and the empty jaw problem is still there. But since this design is mass-produced, I'm not gonna get into any farther. However, you can do some interesting mixing and matching with these since they all use the same molds. For example, you can take this blue half and connect it together with the orange half and so on. You can create some very crazy and bizarre beast heads for your future beast-related mocks, which is nice. For the chest, nothing too special here, just a gunmetal and black panel over there. And you should have seen the design of this already, which we'll get to that later. For the right arm, this part of the joint can move in forward, backward, can move in inwards and outwards, and such. This part of the joint can move in a little bit left and right, and can move forward and backward like that. This part of the arm can move in up, down like that, it can move in inwards. And he has articulated claws, which is nice. Speaking of claws, he holds a lamppost as his primary weapon. The lamppost is very well designed, which I love. The only complaint I have here is how he holds the lamppost. See this piece inside there? Yep. That's the exact same design Von Nebula holds his black hole staff back in 2010. The black hole staff is divided into two parts, just like the lamppost, and Von Nebula needs this piece to hold it, which is kinda disgusting for me, that when he puts his arm down, it makes it look like his black hole staff just, grew out of his wrist. That's, so disgusting. For here, for Splitter Beast, it doesn't work all that bad. It actually still works, but since I hate the design, I think I'll take that as a wash. For For the left arm, this joint and this joint are mainly the same story as the right arm. However, his claw arm, or rather claw hand to be exact, can fully articulate 360 degrees, can move in inwards and outwards and articulated claws. So you have some great articulation on the arms, which is really cool. For the legs, it is kind of awkward that only one place has the friction joint. I wasn't expecting this size since I hope he was taller by putting 3 friction joints per leg, but this is Lego. They decided the design, so what am I asking for? That leaves articulation. For this part of the joint, they can move forward and backward, which is a little bit hard thanks to the friction joints. Can move in upwards and backwards, can move in inward, outward like that. And just to clear this pose out, just move the arms a little bit, and oh, he splits! Yep, gotta get that out of the way. Another freaking pun. Anyways, this part of the joint can move in forward and backward just a little bit. That's his knee. And wait a minute, when do beasts even have backward knees? That's kind of disgusting. And last but not least, the new beast feet has 360 degrees over there, forward, backward, and moving like that. So you have some great articulation on the legs as well. Then we move on to the back, and once again, you can see the entire design on the back, but as I said, we'll look at that later. Lastly, the articulation here, the tail. It is the exact same design as Jaw Beast, but only with a longer length. It can move in upwards and downwards like that. It can move in 360 degrees, can move in left, right there. And this part can move in 360 degrees, left, right, as usual. So, Splitter Beast is a very, very cool beast when the two characters are together. And of course, we need to get to the minifigures that came with this set. This time we got Furno and Evo. Yes, we get 2 of them. Woo! Anyways, let's get this over with. Once again, bad articulation, bad posability, great design. And I don't even know how many times I've said this, like, I don't know, 1,000 times maybe. So that's basically it to these 2 guys. The accessories, however, are quite interesting. Furno gets this flame sword, which makes no sense at all since you haven't seen him holding the sword in the show, right? And that's him holding the sword, and thanks to the lack of wrist articulation, you can't pose him holding the sword in different positions, which is kind of annoying, but that's how they designed it. Still, it looks pretty cool. Looks like a samurai kind of feeling to it. Evo, on the other hand, is a target master, and why do I call him a target master is that he holds a gun and a data pad to put on his left wrist. So he could put the gun over here and the data pad right there. So that's Evo holding the gun, and still looks pretty good. Very nice. And by the way, if I have the same hero from other sets in my future reviews, I will just take the picture of it and not making the building progress of it, because really, it's a waste of time. So why do I have to waste my time, like, I don't know, 30 to 40 seconds just making the same character? I just need 5 seconds to take a picture of it and just build something else. Build the main mech, the main villain. So, yep. That's the accessories, holding the sword, the gun looks really, really cool. However, that's not all to it. What really makes me excited is this piece, the flame chain. That's how Lego called it, so I'm gonna go with it. With this, you can actually recreate the scene where Furno pulls a chain to the other side and then Splitter Beast walks over, or rather runs over, and he trips down onto the ground, and then Little Blue takes Furno to the other ground. So, yep, that's him holding it, or rather them holding it, like that. So, there we go. You can just recreate the scene by putting them on the table, on the floor, whatever, where you like to put them, like that. Make sure they're as far as they could go. So yeah, that's basically like that. And Splitter Beast runs over, causing a rampage, and then suddenly he got tripped and Evo just fell to the table. Sorry, Nathan. So yeah, you can actually recreate the scene with this chain, which is very, very good. I'm glad they included this chain. So over and all, once again, I have to say it again, God, bad articulation, bad posability, good design. That's all to it for these guys. That's basically it. Alright, as usual, let's get to the final stage of Splitter Beast. Over and all, do I like Splitter Beast? The answer is half and half. And the good half is that, yeah, it's pretty decent. The design of it together is pretty good. The color scheme looks interesting, and it's a very fun beast to play with. The bad thing is that, yeah, the design still needs some improvements. They need to hide that piece, otherwise, yeah, you just leave an H-shaped axle on either of them, which is bad. But overall, it's still a pretty good set. Really worth your $20, and you can get 2 minifigures at the same time. I'll rate this one probably 7 out of 10. It's still a pretty good set, it just needs some more improvising to make it better, but once again, there's no such thing as a perfect Lego set, because, yeah, people can use their own ideas to improve them in order to make them even better, and that's a good thing, right? And that's basically it. That's my review of Splitter Beast vs. Furno and Evo, and currently this is my last review for Invasion from Below. If I have any more Invasion from Below sets, or maybe some old sets or anything, I'll make a review of them. And honestly, kind of don't feel like the feelings to make reviews anymore, but I'll still make the reviews if I can, and maybe I'll finish it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, and yeah, this channel is currently uploading some cool stuff for you guys to enjoy. Maybe yes, maybe not. And if you want to incorporate in my new series coming up, Leon Shadow, go see my Wing Stories Leon Shadow introduction video to know all the details, and you can enjoy the trailer if you like. And you could follow me on social network like Google Plus or Skype or anything like that. And remember, you don't need a lot of subscribers to be a great BioTuber. All you need is to make some great friends and make great mocks, and maybe you'll be a great BioTuber in no time. That's what I do, and all the other guys in the regime, or the BioTuber group, if I should say. Thank you so much for watching. This is Wing Rockus signing off, and I'll see you guys in another brand new video.